Welcome back to the Power Rangers Monthly Gaming News Recap, a series where I recap all the gaming news that happened for Power Rangers that month. We've got a bit to talk about, so let's jump right in. Starting with Legacy Wars, this month's warrior was Oriko, the red Aquitar Ranger. A legendary attacker, Oriko is super fast, and can really do some damage if you're not ready for him. He has a bit of a learning curve at first, as he does have some weaknesses that can be exploited. But once you get the gist of his moveset and his stance change variant, and evolution of Quantum Rangers, Oriko is a force to be reckoned with. Despite his super failing against certain body types and in certain combo situations, it deals enough damage that it's not that big of a deal if he doesn't land all of its hits. Overall, Oriko is super fun, even if he's a little busted. Then again, Oriko may have been made with my playstyle in mind. Oriko isn't the only thing making a splash in the latest update, however. The Top Warrior Band, otherwise known as the Casualty Band, has received a massive update. This shakeup was meant to happen alongside a balance update, which came out just a couple of days ago at this point, but we'll get to that later. The biggest headline? Ninjetti Billy is free from casual prison. The reason this is a big deal is Billy only saw minimal nerfs since his debut, and none of them were recent. Up until the update that came the other day, that is. Adding to the drama, Enway banned Master Zed, Nick, and Casey's assist. I don't know why they banned Casey's assist. It was his leader that was annoying with the middle spamming. Other questionable decisions involved unbanning Master Morpher Tommy, Ion, and Rocky, but only their leaders. Their assists are still banned. Rocky's I understand. It's pretty much an instant hit assist, but the leaders were the worst offenders, so I don't know why they went this route, even after the balance update. Speaking of the balance update, let's go over it. We saw a ton of changes with both new and old characters. However, most of these have already been included in at least one other balance update in the last 6 months. I guess Enway had second thoughts, or thought they went too far on some of the older characters' buffs, as they slightly nerfed Lord Zed and Ranger Slayer. Leo saw a few nerfs, mostly involving speed, not damage, which is one of his biggest advantages. Annabis Kruger saw a couple of adjustments. Ninjor and all of the Ninjetti saw differing adjustments. Adam and Tommy saw buffs, while Billy was nerfed, and Rocky and Aisha received fixes or adjustments. All great changes, but most of these characters are not part of the Casualty Band, so it appears that Enway can add to the band list, but not do much to fix them. In other smaller news, Renegade Game Studios announced a Renegade Con for June 6th. They also released their schedule for the day, and while it doesn't mention Power Rangers anywhere, there are a couple of time slots where Power Rangers board game news can potentially be dropped. Besides, President Scott Gaeta told us to stay in touch about future Power Rangers games from Renegade during the kickoff of the Eternal Rangers Kickstarter. If there is anything Power Rangers that comes from Renegade Con, you can bet your power coin that I'll report on it right away. Or you can wait to hear about it until next month's recap. Lastly for this month, we have some news on Rita's Rewind. First off, the physical and deluxe editions of the game are out now. I'll start a live playthrough series on the games channel sometime next month. We also have more info on Zoe Tunnel's Rita's Rewind comic from Boom Studios. It's not quite an adaptation of the arcade beat-em-up game's story, but rather an extension, a tie-in. While the game goes back in time to follow the original Rangers, this one-shot comic follows the modern Mighty Morphin team as they follow Robo Rita to the past and help their past selves or predecessors from the shadows. This one-shot is set to hit shelves on August 1st. That's all for this month. If you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't, and tune in for the June edition of the Power Rangers Monthly Gaming News Recap. Until next time, this is Shard Collector, signing off.